Hey guys, Kevin here with the 2014 Allegro Breeze 28 BR. This is probably the shortest diesel pusher ever produced, at least in the 2000s that I can think of. It's about 30 feet overall, and we're gonna take a walk around here. So start with the outside. Got everything opened up. It's got the larger quiet diesel Onan generator. This one has about 602 hours on it. Automotive headlights. Got the full wrap diamond shield, they call it. It's a very strong sticker. There it is. That protects from rock chips. It's all over the front. It's in the wheel wells usually, but it may, oh, there it is, yep. It's around here where keys are hanging down, possibly scratching paint. It's also around the key, and then it's also in the kick panel here. And then lastly, over here. So it's kind of everywhere. You can make contact, and over time you see scratches on vehicles. So this one's in extremely good condition, right at 60,000 miles. It's a trade-in. It's got all the awnings are in great shape. And what we do when we get these in on trade is we take them to a third party that's down the street that does the chassis safety, make sure we're actually going to keep the vehicle instead of wholesaling it. This one passed with flying colors. It gets a new filter on the engine and the generator, also new fluids, new oil. And the tires on this they're produced in 2020, late in the year, I think the week 44 or 40, and they weren't put on until a couple years ago. So they're still very fresh, they're in great shape, but that's something we also consider. So if you haven't seen a Tiffin before in person, just know the quality in these things is really well done, especially on these older 2014s, 15s. That's when they were really shining, I think, their most, personally. They cut all their own metal for their doors. They're all very heavy duty. This is one of my personal favorite colors. It's called Gold Coral. Always loved that white on the side that just pops when you're going down the road. Looks really clean. So let's take a look around. We've got the outside TV. This might have been one of the first years you had the outside TV option. I know on the gas coaches, 14 was the first, I'm pretty sure the first year, so maybe on these as well. Got a couple plugs. You have some passenger storage. Got some lights. It looks like these are all LED, so I don't remember if they were LED in 14 or if this person changed out all the lights to LED, but they're inside too. There's an inverter for the coach. And the second one has the tankless, or the central vacuum system, which you can access from inside. The undercarriage, everything just looks very, very nice. I mean, every edge of this thing is just very nice and clean. See the tanks in there. This is just an access panel to get to a filter and probably other plumbing. There's some hookups, filter, and here's your batteries. So your chassis batteries. We also, of course, make sure the batteries are charging properly. These don't look original by any means. They probably were put in not too long ago because they're in such good shape. But that's something, like I said, we check these things, make sure that whoever buys it is getting a fresh set of batteries. Haven't really seen any scratches or issues with the paint yet, which is pretty crazy. I mean, you expect to see a little bit, but looks pretty good so far. It's the back of the coach. Obviously, easy access to get to certain things. If you ask me for my photos, if you haven't seen them, I've taken a picture of the roof. And there's a solar panel on there. It looks like about 180, 190 watt. It's got a satellite dish, 2 roof air conditioners. Yeah, and all the other normal stuff. So another, and then you got your surge guard, which is nice. Tiffin gives you one of those. And this one has the battery minder, which he added aftermarket. 50 amp cord. This is going to be like gravity fill to hook up your water. That's probably, that could be actually your gravity fill. Let's take a look. I think I have a key to open that. That's access to plumbing. And this. Yeah, because the shower's on that side, so that's access to the back of the shower. That's more access to plumbing. There you go. There's your hot water heater. And then your outside shower. You could hook up for tank flush. Still to this day, Tiffin laser cuts all this stuff in-house. And the other side of the storage that goes all the way through. There's your large propane tank. Things like missing hubcaps, not a big deal. We'll order another one or two. I can't remember if the other side had it or not. We'll take a look. This is your outside electrical, super clean. Very nice looking. Of course, you have your side cameras. Now, if I remember correctly, these ones were no longer used after about 15 or so, but these were like the best ones from what, I guess they just couldn't get them anymore. Those are actually have a built-in defroster. So if you're traveling, in the colder climate, these aren't going to cause, the fogged over look when you really need them the most. But it became something they couldn't get the parts for at the time, so they had to go to something else a year or two later. These are the seamless slide outs, which they only did start doing about this year also, and then they stopped in like 2019 or 20. Can't quite recall, but they used them for several years. It's like a one-piece molded slide out, and all the fiberglass was made in-house by Tiffin also. So it's almost like a bathtub on it. It just has the holes for the windows cut out, but it's just all one piece, which is really cool. All right, so we wrapped up the outside pretty much. Let's see if I can get this put back together with one hand. Then I'm going to close this off for part two. Start part two in another video. But there's one last look at the exterior of this super short diesel pusher. And honestly, one more thing about these, and I did a test a long time ago, but I think they get a lot better fuel economy than the big guys. There you have it.